As we age, changes in our body tend to sneak up on us. One of the most significant and often unnoticed shifts is the gradual decline in muscle mass. By the time someone reaches 70, they may have unknowingly lost up to 40% of their muscle tissue. This condition, known as sarcopenia, doesn't arrive overnight. It's a slow, ongoing process that can quietly rob individuals of their strength, balance, and independence over time. You might not notice it day to day, but small tasks, like lifting groceries or climbing stairs, become just a little harder, until suddenly they feel like insurmountable challenges. Studies, including research from Johns Hopkins University, have shed light on a troubling connection. Seniors who experience significant muscle loss are over 3 times more likely to develop mobility issues. This not only increases the risk of falls and fractures, but can also lead to long-term reliance on wheelchairs or assisted living. What makes this situation more concerning is that many people accept muscle loss as just a normal part of aging. This belief, while common, hides a bigger truth. There are real, tangible steps we can take to slow down or even reverse this process. Unfortunately, a crucial piece of the puzzle is often overlooked in mainstream health advice. There's one particular vitamin deficiency that may be playing a larger role than anyone realizes, yet it goes undetected in nearly 80% of adults over 60. Without enough of this essential nutrient, muscle cells struggle to function properly, and the rate of deterioration speeds up. But here's where things get exciting. Recent discoveries from the National Institute on Aging have identified 6 key nutrients, each with specific roles in supporting muscle health. These aren't miracle pills or expensive treatments, but rather science-backed compounds that have shown promising results even in individuals well into their 70s and 80s. Among these nutrients is one that frequently gets missed, even by experienced healthcare providers. It's a compound that has demonstrated the ability to reverse muscle loss in the majority of study participants within just 2 weeks. Imagine that. Seniors who had tried physical therapy with little success were able to regain confidence in their daily movement after introducing this one supplement into their routine. The impact went beyond just feeling stronger. They were better able to perform daily tasks independently, from getting out of a chair to managing household chores. For many, this translated into a newfound sense of freedom and reduced reliance on others. This revelation challenges a long-held assumption about aging. It's not just about declining hormones or being less active. The body still wants to build and repair muscle, but it needs the right fuel to do it. These essential nutrients act as the building blocks for everything from energy production to nerve signaling to tissue repair. Without them, your muscles are like a machine running on low battery, sluggish, inefficient, and prone to breakdown. So before we dive deeper, take a moment to think about how often we prioritize muscle health. As we get older, the truth is, many of us don't. And that oversight could be making a major difference in our quality of life. As researchers began to uncover more about these muscle-supporting nutrients, one of the first compounds they focused on was something called CoQ10, short for coenzyme Q10. While it isn't a vitamin in the traditional sense, it plays a vital role in how your muscles generate energy. Think of it as the spark plug in the engine of your muscle cells. CoQ10 lives inside the mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells, and helps them convert nutrients into usable power. But here's the catch. As you age, your body naturally produces less and less of it. In fact, by the time you're in your late 60s or 70s, CoQ10 levels can drop by more than half. Without enough of it, your muscles may not recover as quickly, feel more tired after everyday activity, and generally, start to weaken faster than they should. Even more concerning is that certain medications can make the problem worse. Commonly prescribed drugs, like statins used for managing cholesterol, have been shown to lower CoQ10 even further. That means many seniors taking these medications may unknowingly be accelerating their muscle loss. Clinical studies have found that over 60% of seniors on statins experience muscle pain, weakness, or fatigue. Symptoms often brushed off as just getting older, but in reality, possibly linked to this deficiency. Fortunately, supplementing with CoQ10 has shown remarkable benefits, especially when taken in forms designed for better absorption. Many seniors see noticeable improvements in their energy levels, strength, and even their ability to walk or carry out simple chores after just a few weeks of consistent use. While foods like fatty fish and organ meats contain small amounts, the body usually needs more than diet alone can provide, especially as we get older. Another critical nutrient that tends to be lacking as we age is vitamin D. While most people know vitamin D supports healthy bones, it also plays an underappreciated role in maintaining muscle strength and stability. Inside our muscle tissue are tiny receptors designed specifically to interact with vitamin D. When your body doesn't get enough of it, these receptors remain inactive, and your muscles start to lose their tone and responsiveness. This is one reason why vitamin D deficiency is associated with a higher risk of falls among older adults. In fact, studies have shown that seniors with adequate vitamin D levels are significantly less likely to experience falls or mobility issues. And yet more than 40% of people over 60 are believed to be deficient, especially those who don't get much sun or live in colder climates. It's also worth noting that vitamin D works hand in hand with calcium, which is critical for muscle contraction. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles struggle to use calcium properly, which means slower reflexes, weaker grip, and less coordination overall. Experts recommend daily doses ranging from 800 to 2,000 IU, depending on individual needs and health status. While sunlight and foods like eggs, salmon, and fortified dairy can help, many seniors still benefit from supplementation, especially when using D3, the more absorbable form. This seemingly simple vitamin can make a huge difference in overall muscle control, balance, and stamina. Next, we come to vitamin B12, a powerful nutrient responsible for keeping your nerves and muscles in constant communication. As we grow older, the body's ability to absorb B12 through food naturally declines. This can quietly lead to serious consequences over time. Without enough B12, your nerves become less efficient at sending messages to your muscles, leading to weakness, shakiness, and slower movement. In some cases, the symptoms can mimic neurological conditions, which is why B12 deficiency often goes unnoticed or misdiagnosed in older adults. One of the most troubling signs of deficiency is a lack of coordination, which makes seniors more prone to falls. Add to that the fact that medications like metformin or acid reducers can reduce B12 absorption even more, and it becomes clear why this vitamin deserves more attention. Low B12 levels also affect red blood cell production, which means your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need to perform daily activities. This results in quicker fatigue and reduced endurance. Many doctors recommend checking B12 levels regularly, especially if you're over 60 or on long-term medication. While animal-based foods like meat, fish, and dairy contain B12, about 1/3 of adults over 50 have trouble absorbing it from food alone. In these cases, supplements or even B12 injections may be necessary. Sublingual B12, which dissolves under the tongue, bypasses the digestive system and delivers the vitamin more efficiently, an ideal solution for those with absorption issues. Let me know when you're ready for part 3, where we'll finish strong, with the final nutrients, including one that's often associated with bodybuilders, but turns out to be a surprising hero for seniors. One of the most surprising and powerful supplements for preserving muscle as we age is creatine. Now, many people hear creatine and immediately think of bodybuilders or athletes, but the truth is, creatine isn't just for people in the gym. It's a natural compound found in your muscles that helps supply quick energy during physical activity, and as it turns out, older adults benefit from it just as much, if not more, than younger individuals. As we age, our muscles don't store as much creatine as they used to, and this drop can directly impact strength, balance, and endurance. What's really exciting is that several recent studies have found that seniors who take low doses of creatine, combined with even light resistance exercises, experience significant improvements in muscle mass, grip strength, and walking speed. What's more, creatine has shown potential cognitive benefits as well. Because the brain also uses creatine for energy, researchers have noticed improvements in mental clarity, memory, and even mood in older adults who supplement regularly. It's like giving your muscles and your mind a little boost at the same time. And unlike some supplements, creatine has been studied for decades and has a strong safety profile when taken in recommended amounts. Most people do well with just 3 to 5 grams a day, and it's typically tasteless and easy to mix into water or juice. It's especially helpful for seniors who are trying to stay active, whether that means walking, gardening, or simply getting up from a chair more easily. And even for those who aren't very mobile, creatine may help slow the progression of muscle loss and keep the body functioning longer. While creatine often steals the spotlight, there's another humble but vital nutrient that doesn't get enough attention: magnesium. This mineral plays a role in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, many of which directly affect your muscles. Without enough magnesium, muscles can't relax properly, leading to cramps, stiffness, or even spasms. Magnesium also helps regulate blood pressure, supports heart health, and aids in proper nerve function, all essential systems for keeping you mobile and independent. Sadly, magnesium deficiency is incredibly common in older adults due to poor dietary intake, certain medications, and reduced absorption with age. If you've ever experienced restless legs at night, fatigue without explanation, or frequent muscle twitches, magnesium might be the missing piece. You can get magnesium through leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, but supplementation is often necessary, especially if your diet is limited or you're on medications like diuretics or proton pump inhibitors. Magnesium glycinate and citrate are generally the most well-absorbed forms and are gentle on the stomach. Adding this one mineral back into your routine could ease muscle tension, improve sleep, and even support more stable energy throughout the day. It's a small change that delivers big results, especially when paired with other essential nutrients. To pull all this together, it's clear that muscle loss isn't just a side effect of getting older. It's often a result of specific nutritional deficiencies that quietly take hold over time. But with the right knowledge and support, we can fight back. CoQ10, vitamin D, B12, creatine, and magnesium each serve a different but equally important role in keeping our muscles strong, our minds sharp, and our bodies energized. When combined with even light physical activity and a protein-rich diet, they form a powerful strategy for aging better and staying independent longer. The best part is, you don't have to do everything at once. Just being aware of these nutrients and beginning to include them in your daily life, whether through food or supplements, can start a positive ripple effect in your body. It's never too late to make these changes. Your muscles are listening, and they can rebuild, re-energize, and recover when given the right tools. So if you're feeling slower, weaker, or just not quite yourself lately, don't just chalk it up to age. It could be a signal from your body, asking for the support it needs to thrive again. The path to better strength, mobility, and confidence could start with a few small additions to your routine, and your future self will thank you for it.